So mediation will often fail, and it happens in different scenarios, but a lot of times if parties are so far apart on what they're wanting, and possibly one or both parties may not be being realistic as to what this should look like, then mediation is going to fail. Mediation can also fail if you don't choose a good mediator, and I do see that happen a lot of times. So you need to make sure that your attorney is knowledgeable about the mediators in the area and which mediators do a good job. So tactically how it saves you money is obviously to get to mediation, you've already spent money. You've spent money on the initial filing. You may have spent money on filing motions with the court. You may have even spent money on doing some of the discovery requests, such as interrogatories or depositions or things like that. But once you get to the mediation, you're going to think it's a lot of money because you're obviously paying your attorney to be there, and more than likely you're paying half the mediator's fees. But if you get it resolved at that point, the costs do come to an end. I mean, there'll still be some costs of some paperwork and things like that, versus if you go to a trial, you have to understand that your attorney is literally having to take your marriage, and it might be, a few years, and it might be 20 or 30 years, and your attorney is having to condense what has happened in those years and present it to a judge. And so that does cost a lot of money because there's a lot of preparation work that goes into going to trial. So mediation versus litigation, there's different pros and cons to each. That's where it's important that you get an attorney who's very knowledgeable with mediation and also with litigation. If that's something you're facing and that's something you want to talk about, please feel free to give us a call at Mandy Hancock Law.